I'm here with Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
What is it about today's NFL? When you look at the quarterbacks, who stands out to you? Who resonates with you?
Well, I mean, there's a handful of quarterbacks really that when you look at what they do, they all do something different. Top 5 quarterbacks in my eyes in no particular order. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, you got Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Andrew Luck is on the rise, and I think he's making a name for himself completely. If you want to continue on with other quarterbacks, I think most of those other quarterbacks in that second, third tier are very similar. I mean, you got the Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers did great things the last couple of years, and he started to make a name for himself. Ben Roethlisberger, same name. A guy who just recently got paid and well-deserving. Then you got the Russell Wilson, young guy, who his winning percentage is one of the best to ever play the game at that young age. But we try to find ways to try to bring him down when it's like the game is about winning. It's not about throwing for 300-400 every game. It's about doing what your team needs you to do, and he's defining in that being at the quarterback position.
We speak about Phillip Rivers. Now, obviously, the Chargers are stacked right now, especially at running back with Melvin Gordon and with that wide receiver position as well. What are the Chargers' chances in your estimation as far as winning their division and moving deeper into the playoffs?
Well, it's going to be a tough division, one of the best divisions in football. And I think really for me, I mean, when you look at what they've been able to do, it's been impressive. But when it comes down to it, you got to be different. I think Kansas City's going to be a whole lot better. And the Oakland Raiders are young. They're still trying to find their identity, but it's still going to be a competitive conference.
You look at also going to the defensive side of the ball. You look at the Houston Texans with J.J. Watt, Brian Cushing, and that core.
Right.
Is there something still missing with that team to get them over?
You got to find a quarterback. You got to find a quarterback. I mean, Arian Foster suffered some injuries. Andre Johnson is gone, but they've got Hopkins. They also drafted a young wide receiver that's going to play on the opposite side of him. Owen Daniels is gone. They're still trying to fill the void with that. But I think in that offense, in which they're doing, they're run-first type of offense. Quarterback has to be efficient. Can't turn the football over. You might win some games where it's like 21-20, or it might be 17-14, because defensively they're going to be strong. David Clowney's going to come back. He's going to be healthy. You talk about Cushing. Can Cushing stay healthy? That's a big question. Their secondary still is a question for me. But I think overall, the Houston Texans are one of the sleeper teams, and I think they'll probably end up going like 9-7 or possibly 10-6 this year.
Especially when you look at DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, he's one of the, to me, young, sharp route runners out right now. What when you think he reaches his peak?
You know what? He has a high ceiling. It's one that's easy to be said at this point because he was playing on the opposite side of Andre Johnson. Now he's the guy. Some guys can be that number 2 guy, that kind of that Robin to the Batman. But now when you're Batman and you're Superman, you can't look around for the Justice League for help. You're the one that got to step up. And I think for him, he's kind of ready for that role. But how is O'Brien going to feature him at that number 1 wide receiver spot?
Last thing, you're a sharp dresser. Who resonates with you as far as dressing in the NFL? Who's a sharp dresser to you?
You know what? There are a lot of young guys right now. Back when I was coming up, I mean, we had a lot of professionals who understood, hey, you got to come ready to go at all times. I looked at guys in the basketball like Alonzo Mourning. Those guys who came dressed and ready to go. Michael Jordan. Those were business suits all the time. You've seen them. Emmett Smith while he played. Those were guys that I watched. Some of these guys that wear these spray-painted outfits, these kind of, body paint suits and these shirts that look like they're on backwards. I can't wear nothing like that. My figure's a little bit different than everybody else, so I just keep it that way.
All right, thank you. The one man, Donovan McNabb.